Everyone, Librarian Jennifer here for another episode of STEAM at Home, and today I'm going to show you how to make this no-tech, kind of sort of video game. So stick around and I'll show you how to do that right now. The thing I did was make my little game box, whatever you want to be able to hold in your hands. Made a little screen for it, easy peasy. Then I cut out a piece of paper that's a little bit wider than the screen is, and I taped several pieces of paper together and then decorated them. You want to do barriers on the bottom and barriers on the top. Make sure that you have space in between though, because you're going to have some kind of little character, and the game is that this is going to be moving and you have to move your character in between the barriers. So now that that is done, we are going to, well, first let's poke our holes. We're going to poke a hole at this end and poke a hole at this end so we can run some wooden skewers through our game box. So let's do that. So now that that's done, we're going to pull our sticks out and we're going to glue a skewer to each end. And give that a second to dry, and then I'm going to start rolling it up on one end. I inserted my rods into the holes that we made. I did, before I inserted it, I didn't show this on camera, I put a little soda bottle lid. I poked a hole in it using my hot glue gun. I just melted a hole and then I stuck it on the end of one of the rods, so that way I can move my background really easily. And then I have the rods so I can rewind it when I'm ready to play again. So that's our first step. That's how we control the background. Now, for the next step, we are going to add our little man so we can control him, and we're going to need another one of our soda pop lids. So make sure you've got your glue gun or some way to poke a hole in it. And we'll do that next. I put a small piece of skewer through the hole in my lid, and then I put hot glue around each edge, and then it's going to hold my string in here. And then I cut a hole in my box down at the bottom because I'm going to put my lid here and I want to be able to spin it like that. So once you've got your hole cut, I'm going to actually, now I've put my string over, you can barely see the string, I've put it under the cardboard but over the paper, and it's going to go under my lid, which I'm going to poke through the cardboard. And now I'm actually going to glue my skewer in place, because my skewer doesn't need to move, just my lid needs to move. Like I said, my string is in between the cardboard and the paper, and I'm gonna, actually first I'm not gonna tie it right because I want to do a hinge at the top for it to rotate through so it's not pulling on my paper. I'll need another piece of skewer for that, or a piece of cardboard would work as well. Okay, now I have a piece of skewer that's going to fit right in the top of my box. It shouldn't be in the way of my paper background. I'm going to glue it in place, and then I'm going to loop my string around that before I tie it. That's just going to keep my string from pulling on the paper when I'm moving my little guy up and down. Alrighty, so I've attached my little skewer. You can see it's holding my string, it's tied. Now I glued my little character to the front so I can start using this handle to move my background. I use this knob to move my character. And there we go. A DIY not so video game. If you are watching on Facebook, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you're creating at home. If you are on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next week, this is Librarian Jennifer signing off. I'll see you guys later. Bye.